Jimmy Fallon is taking aim at Donald Trump once again, and this time it's over a case that completely unraveled. The Tonight Show host mocked the U.S. president after the U.S. Department of Justice dropped felony vandalism charges tied to damage at the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, with officials admitting the damage wasn't caused by vandals at all, but by a rushed construction project. Fallon didn't hold back, joking that Trump couldn't even reopen the pool in his backyard. Here's what happened. Late-night host Jimmy Fallon devoted part of Monday night's The Tonight Show to ridiculing U.S. President Donald Trump after a major legal embarrassment involving the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. The controversy centers around former Olympian David Hearn, who had been accused of deliberately damaging the reflecting pool during renovation work in Washington, D.C. Hearn was arrested and charged with felony destruction of federal property, a charge carrying a potential prison sentence of up to 10 years. But the case has now completely fallen apart. The U.S. Department of Justice dismissed the charges after new documents concluded the damage wasn't caused by vandalism at all. Instead, officials said the problems resulted from a rushed installation of the pool liner ahead of America's 250th Independence Day celebrations. That reversal became instant comedy material for Fallon. During his monologue, the NBC host mocked Trump's repeated claims that someone had intentionally slashed the liner. Fallon joked, "Trump is upset because his own Justice Department admitted the reflecting pool damage wasn't caused by vandalism. It was just shoddy construction work." Then Fallon poked fun at Trump's earlier theory. The comedian quipped, "Trump claimed someone used a knife to quickly cut the pool liner the length of 3 football fields. I can barely use a knife to cut open my Amazon box." The audience erupted with laughter. But Fallon wasn't finished. He joked that Trump may now decide to solve the problem another way. Fallon said he's probably going to drain the reflecting pool, cover it in green felt, and turn it into a reflecting pool table. Then Fallon delivered another jab aimed at Trump's foreign policy. We might be asking too much of Trump to reopen the Strait of Hormuz when he can't even reopen the pool in his backyard. The jokes quickly spread across social media, with clips of the segment drawing widespread attention online. The controversy began after David Hearn visited the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool on June 19th. Security footage reportedly showed Hearn briefly dipping his hand into the water. Federal prosecutors initially alleged he had intentionally damaged the liner beneath the pool. However, internal Department of the Interior documents later revealed something very different. According to those records, the liner had already been damaged before Hearn ever arrived. Officials concluded the defects stemmed from problems during construction rather than criminal vandalism. That prompted prosecutors to dismiss the case. The decision infuriated Trump, who wasted no time criticizing Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia and a longtime Trump ally. This was after Pirro's office confirmed that the damage resulted from what she described as a rushed and flawed installation process.
And I was disappointed with Jeanine Pirro, really disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella, and frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really vicious. Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her and went after her department. And I guess she choked. And people get away with things, and it's a disgrace. But we're very proud of Lafayette Park. Now we have a big decision to make.
Donald Trump has turned on one of his most loyal allies. After reports emerged that he privately discussed removing Jeanine Pirro, the president publicly blasted the U.S. attorney during a presser, intensifying questions over her future.
And I was disappointed with Jeanine Pirro, really disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella, and people get away with things, and it's a disgrace. But we're very proud of Lafayette Park. Now we have a big decision to make. Do we take the pavers that are red, the red brick pavers, and do we change them into a granite? It's a gray granite, they're beautiful, but they're not the original.
According to CNN, Trump considered ousting Jeanine Pirro as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia after her office contradicted his claim that the damage to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool was caused by vandals.
We essentially use a very high-grade swimming pool type material, which was my idea. I was very proud of that idea. And by the way, I didn't know the contractor. Everyone said the contractor. I didn't know the contractor. But when it was completed, it was perfect.
The latest twist came after Trump met Pirro at the White House alongside Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. Multiple sources told CNN that despite mounting speculation, Pirro was not fired during the meeting. She also did not offer her resignation, but behind closed doors, the mood was reportedly tense. According to people familiar with Trump's thinking, the president had spent days fuming over the reflecting pool case. One source told CNN he had been furious with Pirro after the Justice Department concluded the damage was linked to a flawed renovation project, not vandalism.
But these monuments look better than they did when they were originally built. Not just a little fix-up. We made them the way they were, plus. And everyone's so proud. The biggest, one of the bigger jobs was, not really the biggest, believe it or not, but one of the biggest was the reflecting pool. And we did a great job. We sandblasted the stone outside. It was granite, so it has a long life. We did a great job. We got very expensive material to put on top of the surface that always leaked because it was stone. It was a stone surface. Always leaked. And we put it on, and it was beautiful. Now, we have photographs or tapes, like moving cameras, right? We have them where people are on the side cutting it with a box knife. So now I'm not saying I was 100% thrilled with the contractor, but the contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. But in addition, there was vandalism.
That conclusion directly clashed with Trump's repeated public claims. The U.S. president took his frustration in public, telling reporters that Pirro had choked over the case, delivering one of his sharpest criticisms yet of a longtime political ally.
It looked beautiful. And then they cut it, and they vandalized. And we weren't necessarily thrilled with the contractor, but they did a job, and they were fixing any problems. But then it got carried away because the judge was extremely unfriendly to Jeanine. And frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really vicious. Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her and went after her department. And I guess she choked.